Joining us now to discuss what's going on, CNN senior law enforcement analyst and former FBI deputy director, Andrew McCabe. Andy, thanks so much for joining us. The president, as you know, is sending his border czar, Tom Homan, to Minneapolis in the wake of this second deadly shooting by ICE officials. What does this move indicate to you?
Well, I think, Wolf, it's maybe the first sign that we've had so far that the White House perceives that what's happening in Minneapolis is not helpful for them, and that I'm not going to say a change in leadership, but maybe a slightly different leadership presence is necessary on the ground. I think it's a good move if it takes Gregory Bovino out of the spotlight and away from the public statement role. But again, I would caution Mr. Homan that what we need in Minneapolis, what the entire country needs to see here, is a greater degree of transparency and honesty, because that is what this administration's comments about the Alex Preddy killing, about the Renee Good killing, and everything that's going on there, it is that lack of transparency and the blatant dishonesty is what's really pushed the public to the frustration point that they're at.
Because to me, Andy, and I'm sure to many others, it seems to suggest that the president is losing confidence in the federal leadership that's already there in Minneapolis.
I think that's an accurate analysis, and he should lose confidence in those leaders. They have created essentially a disaster for him. They've victimized the citizens of Minneapolis. They've absolutely lost any semblance of trust that they had with the general public and with the state and local law enforcement community. So I'm not sure that the leadership team that's on the ground in Minneapolis for the feds is even capable of righting the ship and turning this thing around. So they definitely need someone else who's going to be able to influence the situation and speak on their behalf.
The president, in a social media statement, said Tom Homan is tough but fair. Do you believe it's possible that Homan breaks with the Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and other Trump administration officials on what led up to the shooting of Alex Preddy?
I think it's unlikely that we'll see him come out and directly contradict the misstatements that have already been made. But what we might see from Mr. Homan is an emphasis on the investigative posture going forward. We've heard a lot from Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General, from Kristi Noem, from Greg Bovino about the fact that they're investigating, but we have no details as to who's investigating, whether it's an internal investigation for potential misconduct or whether it's actually a criminal investigation. So Mr. Homan would be would be getting off on the right foot if he would become more transparent with the public about exactly what steps the federal government is taking to determine the possibility of wrongdoing in this terrible tragedy.
Andrew McCabe, thanks as usual for joining us.